Hi there. Here I am at the hospital again, hospital car park, for a couple of appointments today. I have an ECG, so that is my heart echocardiogram, whatever. I have to have them because I'm on the Herceptin for 12 months, and the Herceptin, one of the side effects is it affects your heart. It can weaken and cause damage to your heart, so I have to have an ECG every 3 months or so whilst I'm on the Herceptin. But I've almost finished the Herceptin. I've only got one more left next week, and that will be my whole year finished. So I have my ECG today to check my heart. So far they've all been okay and there's been no problems. I will have my last ECG next week, and then I think I have to have one more. No, I have my last Herceptin next week, and then I have to have one more ECG sort of post-treatment. So like probably in a couple of months' time or so, after after I've finished, just to check my heart again, that everything's still okay. So fingers crossed. I'm almost taking off my Herceptin, almost taking off my ECG appointments. And I'm also here today for an oncologist. So an hour or so after my ECG appointment, I have my oncologist appointment. So that's just to check up on stuff, because I had my first mammogram post finding my lump, my first annual mammogram last week. So I'll get the results of that, and let's just check a few other things, because I'm going travelling soon. I'm going next week. I have my last Herceptin next week, and then I am going travelling. My flight is booked. I don't know if I've said that in another video, but yep, my flight is booked and I am going. So I'm just getting things lined up, for before I go away. So I've had various appointments, a couple last week, a couple this week. I got my Herceptin on Monday, and then that's it till I get back. I have to have obviously more appointments still. But how exciting! Can't wait. I really can't wait. I mean, it's a bit nerve-wracking as well because I'm going solo. I'm going on my own, all alone. But hopefully I'll meet people out there, and I don't know, I'll be fine. I'm sure I'll be fine. I will meet people or make friends or something along the way. So yes, I will go in a sec for my ECG. The only downside of the ECG, which I don't like, is they have to put in a contrast dye in order, to do their measuring. So that has to be done by, like IV, put it in straight into my veins, contrast dye. So I do have to have a cannula put in, which I hate. I really hate. So mostly it's 2 attempts. Occasionally things go wrong and it's 3 attempts to get a vein, but 2 tends to be the norm. So I'm expecting a couple of attempts to get a vein because there is none, hardly. Yeah, I can't remember the last time someone got a vein on a first attempt. But oh, that would be brilliant if it was just straight in and straight out. But no, they usually end up not finding one, or they think they've got one and they're pushing it in and out, nothing comes out, so they have to abandon it, and then they end up getting another one somewhere else. But that's the only thing I dread now, is when they need a vein. Not good. Anyway, I better go, don't want to be late, so bye for now. Hi there. Well, that was a long afternoon. It's 4 o'clock. My appointment was 1:30. 3. Been in there over 2.5 hours. I had my ECG, so fingers crossed that was all fine. In fact, it was fine, yeah, because the oncologist said it was. She got the results very quickly. So I've had the ECG, which was fine. I had my oncologist appointment. That's why I've been here. That's why I was there so long, because they're always running late. So it was an hour delay waiting for my appointment. But it's good to get in there and see her, because I got the results of the ECG, which she said, which I'd had an hour or two before, she said was fine, and the results of my mammogram, which I had the other week, that was clear, no change. So that's good. And she said I don't need another ECG. I feel a bit like abandoned. It's weird, because you're at the hospital all the time and you have a million appointments, but suddenly I'm like coming to the end of some things, and I don't know, it's a sort of weird abandonment, you know, and you feel like they're starting to let you off the leash a bit, because I've been having these ECGs every 3 months, but the one I just had today, she said I don't need another one now for a year, so it's a year post-treatment. Just to make sure things are still okay and there's no long-term damage to my heart from the long-term effects of the treatment. So my ECGs, I don't need one of them until next year. Mammograms, I don't need another one till next year. My oncologist says she doesn't need to see me now for a year. I'm still having my zoledronic acid every 6 months. And I think that's it. So I have my Herceptin on Monday. So after Mondays, that's my last Herceptin. After my Herceptin appointment next week, I will only have my appointments every 6 months. Yeah, my appointments are going to go to no appointments for 6 months at a time. Oh, that seems so weird, doesn't it? So I have to have my zoledronic twice a year, so every 6 months. I have to have bloods done a few weeks before that, twice a year for 6 months, every 6 months. And then oncologist once a year, ECG, the last one next year, and mammograms once a year. And I'm going travelling next week. I weirdly don't know what to do with myself. Like I say, I feel like I'm being let off the leash. I'm being let loose slightly, not completely, because I still have my zoledronic. But I feel like, yeah, I feel slightly freer than I have done this entire year. Oh my god. Tablets, still on the tablets forever, so I have to get my repeat prescriptions all the time, which is a pain, because I have to make sure I've got enough of a stockpile to take away with me when I go travelling. So that'll be a bit tricky, but other than that, I'm off. Right, I better go. So I've got to go to Tesco on the way home. I've still got stuff to do. So I've been at the hospital for 2.5 hours, 3 hours. So soon, my next few videos will be about travelling and not about breast cancer treatment. Woohoo! Can't stop grinning. This is what I was going to start a YouTube channel for when I got off travelling, because that's what I was going to do last year. I was going to go travelling and start a little YouTube. Just start YouTubing it. Even if it's just for memories for me, I was going to do it. But then I got a second breast cancer. And that just threw everything up in the air. Everything. Messed everything up. And that's why I started doing these. I thought, well, shall I do them anyway? About cancer. Again, for memories to look back on. Oh. But now, my appointments will be few and far between, so I can get on with doing videos about travel, about my travels. Holy crap. I really won't know what to do with myself. Gosh. It does feel good. It does feel good to be getting to the end of a lot of this. It really does. You don't realise how much it consumes you, really, because you just get on with life and day to day, and you know the world keeps turning, so you just get on with everything. But it is quite all consuming when you suddenly step back, you know, take a step away from it. And now that my appointments are slowing down, the frequency, I feel like that's happening. So can't stop smiling, and I'm feeling quite happy right now. So on that happy note, I'm going to say goodbye for now. Bye. Hi there. Right, I've just had my last Herceptin. So the nurse just come to the house and administered my last Herceptin. So that was Herceptin number 18, and I've now finished Herceptin completely. So that's a year of Herceptin, once every 3 weeks, 18 injections, done and dusted. Yes. So that is me free from hospital appointments for months at a time now. So I am going travelling, and guess what? I'm going tomorrow. My flight was booked for tomorrow because I finished my Herceptin today, so I can go tomorrow. I have to be back because I have other things I have to have every 6 months for a few years, so I will be back regularly for that. And the 6 months don't sort of tally up with the end of this, so I'll be back in a couple of months for my next sessions, and then after that they will be every 6 months, so I'll be able to go for a good bit of time. I just feel great. Feels great. Finished. So that is surgery done, chemotherapy done, radiotherapy done, and 12 months of Herceptin done. So yeah, very excited and very happy about that. I'm very excited about going travelling. Bit nervous too, because I'm going on my own, solo travelling. Never done that before. But yeah, here's to new adventures. Bye.